All right. Speaking of energy, California police departments are spending big money on electric vehicles to comply with the state's zero emissions mandate, only for the cops driving them to deem them nearly unusable. Auto expert Mike Caudill has more. Mike, why are these EVs unusable for the police?
So, Brian, I want you to think about this. You strap on 50 pounds of gear, right? You've got your mace, you've got your gun on you, and then you jump inside this car, and then you're in a car for 5 hours. Now you're a high pursuit chase, right? And you're running down the 5 freeway in Southern California, and all of a sudden the light comes on and it tells you that you're running out of electric pull, right? You're flooring it to the ground, and you have to vacate a potential issue. So you're putting the safety of law enforcement officers' lives in jeopardy by putting them in some of these cars. I think the concept is great. I love the technology, but they're tight, they're small. And if you look at what police officers are in today, they're in the Ford Explorer, they're in the Ford F-150. You've got lots of space. And the worst part about it is you can only fit one occupant in the back of that vehicle. So if you arrest somebody, there's only enough room for one.
Who's leading the way on autonomous driving?
Yeah, so that's a great question, right? There are a lot of different companies. Tesla obviously announced their robo-taxi news last week, and that was kind of big, and a robo-van. But if you look at it, got to divide it in 2 categories. You've got companies like General Motors with OnStar, Ford with Blue Cruise, and that's general consumer autonomous technology that you can use out on the freeways. When you talk about taxis like what Tesla has, it's a different situation. You're in congested traffic, you're stop and go. So I look to smaller companies like Beep and what they're doing down in Jacksonville with the Transit Authority. They're integrating small mobility shuttles into the market with first and last mile traffic. So think like going to the airport from the parking lot to the airport, or on a college campus from point A to point B, where they can geofence the area. So companies like Waymo and Tesla, they're struggling a little bit right now because of the accident-prone nature of these vehicles.
Yeah, that seems like a big hurdle to get over. You don't want to get into a lot of accidents. We've got a little ways to go on that. Mike Caudill, great to see you. Thanks for being with us today.